So I'm very disappointed about the commentary with this video. Not because I'm disappointed in the commentary itself, it was actually really good. I'm disappointed that the commentary got so desynced it's unusable. So now I have to re-record while I'm editing. Also, apologies if I sound ugh. I feel ugh. So this is Bloodstained Sanctuary. This is also the first time I've run through it. Well, not run through it. It's the first time I've ever beaten it. Took 3 tries on this session, and a whole lot of tries prior to now, but I had a couple of secrets that helped this time around. So the reason there's no commentary for the rest of the video, which was all edited to a no-death run, thanks to Awesome, I did that. Me! Anyway, the reason there's no commentary is because to record the commentary the first time around, I didn't want to have to save the non-commentary video, have that process for like 2 hours, then play that in Media Player for 3 hours so I could record the commentary. So I said screw that and tried to just record audio in Audacity while the video played in Movie Maker. Problem is, Movie Maker's a piece of shit on my computer and constantly stutters. It's even doing it now, so I have no guarantee that this will even be synced up with the video, but luckily for me, I don't have to worry about that because I'm not going to reference anything that happens in the video. Yeah, all of the audio is garbage now because it's so heavily desynced, it's unusable, which is fucking fantastic. I'm so pissed about that. Sorry if I sound a little salty, but hey, at least you get to hear game's awesome music a lot. And since Bloodstained Sanctuary is vicious, I guess I'll go over some tips. In that first room, it's really just booster power. You have to be good with the booster 2.0. If you're not getting past the first room. The best tip I can give is tap the A button to preserve your fuel. Don't tap it too fast though, or it doesn't preserve at all. In the second room, again, not much you can do about that. Stay low to the ground and just keep boosting, basically boost for your life. And then in this last room, there's a couple of things. Those hearts on the right side, as you might have seen, I was sort of grinding. You can jump back up into the previous room every time you pick up those 2 hearts, and they'll respawn, so you can refuel there. These little devil guys, which are angels normally, are called buttes, and the bigger ones are called maces. There's crushes, or presses, I think. I don't remember exactly what they're called. There's the small ones, and then there's heavy press, so I just call the smaller ones presses. I don't know. Yeah, there's those. Basically, it's a skill area. Take your time, don't take too many hits, and be careful. There's one secret to this area that you will see in a little bit. I'm not going to mention it when it pops up. There's 2 archers on a platform. You'll see me do the trick. There's 2 archers on a platform, and above them is one of those little purplish star blocks. That star block contains a chest, and in that chest is a missile upgrade that increases your capacity by 24 missiles. So if you've picked up every expansion, including that one, you have 54 missiles going into Heavy Press and Ballos. So you have more than enough firepower to whomp the shit out of them. Don't worry. In fact, in this attempt, I kill Heavy Press in 7 seconds, which I've never done before. That's faster than I've ever done, because I have 54 full, level 3 super missiles. So, and if you go the entire game without getting the missile launcher up to this point, you pick up that missile drop there, it gives you 100 missiles. Of course, they're normal missiles instead of super missiles, so it's actually sort of a downgrade. You basically miss on 8 missiles worth of power, which kind of sucks. Yeah, there's 4 enemies here. The buttes, the maces, which are the big buttes, which, haha, funny geographical wordplay. The weird wall things that count down, the bombs, they're called deletes, and the little rolling eyeballs are called Rolands. Otherwise, you got the presses, you got Heavy Press, which is a mini-boss, and then you have Balos himself, who has 3, technically 4 stages, because one of those stages is sort of a sub-stage of a different stage. But yeah, he basically has 4 stages. You miss out on some of the text here, because this is my 3rd attempt, and each attempt I got further than I did before. But you only miss out on 2 text boxes. Basically, the story of the Bloodstained Sanctuary is Jenka, the witch from Sandzone that we meet in the normal game, had a brother named Balos who was also very powerful. Turns out Jenka's a powerful witch. Misery had Balos create the Demon Crown, which is what the Doctor uses and all that jazz. But Jenka curses Misery and Balrog and Balos to all be tied to Demon Crown. As long as the Demon Crown exists, Misery and Balrog have to follow whoever wears it, and as long as Balos is alive, the Demon Crown will never disappear permanently, despite killing its master. Which you do, the Doctor. So, the only way to permanently get rid of the Demon Crown and end the cycle is to kill Balos, which is why you're in the Bloodstained Sanctuary. The whole point is to kill Balos himself. So, that's what you do. Balos' fight is relatively challenging, especially if you don't know his pattern. Heavy Press, not that hard, especially if you have the missile pickup. Like I said, takes me 7 seconds. I just aim for his eyeball thing and spam the hell out of the missiles, and I take him down. Easy. I think I take like 2 hits the entire time. Also, be careful with Heavy Press, because he's just like the normal presses in that when he falls, if you are beneath him, he will one-hit you. Really sucks. That has killed me many times. Yeah, Bloodstained Sanctuary, you have everything you do normally. You also have Curly strapped to your back, because that's the only option. If you fail to get Curly and the tow rope, then you just can't enter the Bloodstained Sanctuary. The door to the prefab house doesn't open. Curly has the Nemesis, and she will automatically fire opposite the direction you do, unless you are on the ground and aiming up, in which case you will both fire upward, which is something I take advantage of multiple times. But yeah. So, Balos is a bit of a pain. His first stage, the simplest way to do it is to just dodge around him. He'll charge toward you from the right, so you jump up, then dash to the right, dash down, and then move to the left under him. He'll stomp the ground. There'll be like bones scattered around that'll go off in a shockwave. You just shoot those and then blast Balos, and you repeat that. Eventually he does sort of a sub-stage where he'll fly around and shoot lightning, but you'll always see a little target reticle before the lightning comes down. Easiest way to do that part is when the lightning is targeting you, just sort of like shuffle to the right, and you will steadily dodge it. Eventually he'll do like a Super Mario World, lightning comes down in from left to right in like certain spots. Just stand between them, it's pretty easy. Once you take him out in that stage, the second stage will start up, where he turns into a giant ball. I guess it's supposed to be his head, but he'll stomp around. It's, again, pretty simple. Just avoid it. He'll stomp 3 times. Each time he stomps, there'll be the, like, bone shockwave. And then after the third one, he'll pause for a couple seconds, which gives you enough time to shoot at him. His entire body is not his weak point, as opposed to the previous set. In that form, you can only shoot him on sort of like a rectangular hitbox along his eyes, but it's also a cone. If you fire just perfectly, you'll thread the needle with the spur and go all the way through, which will do massive damage to him. I think it does like a 1/5 of his health bar in one tier 3 shot. So it does a lot of damage. but it's really hard to do because if you don't hit it dead on, you'll catch the corner where it's not a hitbox, and the spur laser will be blocked by that. You'll still do some damage, but not nearly as much as you would, which really sucks. But yeah, if you can manage to thread it, you do a ton of damage to him. Yeah, see, at first I'm just shooting up, and it's still chunking his health bar pretty heavily. Yeah, only like 2 hits. Takes me 7 seconds to kill him. Kill heavy press. So yeah, stage 3 for Balos. He'll start moving around the room in a clockwise pattern, following the walls, so in a rectangle. Rectangle, don't know why I pronounced it so weird. Also worth noting, in the statue chamber, if you go there while you're at the plantation, because there is a door that leads there, you'll see Numahachi. I believe I show off Numahachi in the normal playthrough. He's the dude with like the tree sticking out of his head. Looks like the Drolls. In Halloween mode, Numahachi is a gremlin. The little like brown and white ones, not the green scaly versions. So that's pretty neat. I like that reference. But sadly, he's not here this time around. Not if you come through the Bloodstained Sanctuary, because I guess he finished his statue. And you can't go back this way, because Bloodstained Sanctuary. That leads back to the plantation. Can't go through the left door. Yeah, third stage, like I said, Balos head rectangle around the room, clockwise order. There's many versions of him that you'll see. If they have their eye open, they can be shot. If their eye is closed, they cannot be shot. They'll have their eye open until you do enough damage, and basically, air quotes, kill them. That's when their eye shuts. There's, I believe, 8 or 10 of them. You just blast them until their eyes are all closed. Then Balos moves on to stage 3, where these platforms rotate around him. The mini Baloses, 4 of them, I think there's 8. 4 of them open their eyes, and Balos himself is an entire weak point again. At that point, you blast the hell out of the 4 that have their eyes open. When you do enough damage, they, air quotes, die, fall off, and it kind of gives you a window to shoot at Balos. Meanwhile, the entire time, buttes are spawning all over the place, attacking you. Don't get on the floor, because the floor has spikes in the 4th stage. It really sucks. And then you just do that till Balos dies, and then boom. Then you go to the end cutscene sequence, and then you get the credits. So, as for this video, everything's edited down to a no-death run. I might, at a later time, not entirely sure, again, no promises, might do a death montage for my Bloodstained Sanctuary attempts, because I have a lot of attempts and a lot of deaths, but not entirely sure. Also worth noting, the things that I didn't get in the normal playthrough. For one, there's that life capsule from the dog in the plantation. I didn't get that normally. That's always there. I just didn't bother to get it. Well, that's only there if you haven't used the life pot that Jenka gives you in Sandzone. If you never used that, that dog will give you a health capsule. Otherwise, if you don't have that life pot, he'll give you another one. So that's the only way to get that last health bar. Also, yeah, stage 2 Balos will jump out of the sky. If he lands on you, he'll get you stuck in the ground, and that can suck. I've had one attempt where that got me killed, because I thought I was dead at first, then realized I wasn't, but he stomped on me like 3 more times, and that killed me. So, that really sucked. Another thing I didn't get in the normal playthrough, the Whimsical Star. See the 3 little stars floating around me? Yeah, that's an accessory to the spur. You can only get it if you get the spur. Go back to Chaba, the shop owner, or the owner of the Labyrinth shop, and if you have the spur, he'll be like, oh, I can't give you anything awesome because you're already in possession of the perfect weapon, but I'll give you this thing, and then he gives you the Whimsical Star. Way the Whimsical Star works, charge the spur to tier 3, it spawns the 3 stars. Every hit you take, you lose a star. But if you recharge the spur to tier 3, it'll reset the stars again. I think that's all I didn't get in the normal playthrough. You got the Nemesis, which you trade to the Little House Man, whatever his name is, Mr. Little, I don't remember. You trade him the blade to get the Nemesis. I think that's it. Yeah. Booster 2.0. Again, there's the qualities for the best ending. You gotta get the Booster 2.0, tow rope, save Curly. You don't have to get no hit for Ironhead. I just chose to do that because it's cool. Bragging rights and such. But yeah, that stuff. I show off Bloodstained Sanctuary, Wind Fortress, and Machine Gun Challenge in this. The Wind Fortress is sort of like another Bloodstained Sanctuary type thing, except it's got a little backstory or a little side story with Curly, which the end twist is pretty funny. You get to the end of it, and there's a bunch of like Curly clones lying around, and she's like, "What's going on? Were you having a party?" And then it just ends, which is pretty funny. There's 5 challenges in total. There's Boss Time Attack, Nemesis Challenge, Machine Gun Challenge, Sanctuary Time Attack, and Wind Fortress. I think I tackle all of those except Sanctuary Time Attack and maybe Boss Time Attack. Not sure if I'm going to cut that out or not, because my Boss Time Attack run was garbage. But yeah. Machine Gun Challenge isn't really a challenge. It's literally just a race. 4 rooms you just run through with Machine Gun and Booster 2.0. And you have 25 machine gun rounds. It's pretty simple. I think I beat it in about 3 minutes on the recorded attempt. Wind Fortress took me a few tries. Again, edited down to a 1 attempt run for the video. And like I said, it's basically an alternate Bloodstained Sanctuary. And then what else? Sanctuary Time Attack is literally just Bloodstained Sanctuary time attack mode, where it records your replay. Boss Time Attack is a boss rush, where it gives you pretty much everything you could get between all the bosses in the normal game. And then I think that's it. Oh, Nemesis Challenge is like Machine Gun Challenge, except it's not a race. It's sort of a Bloodstained Sanctuary thing. And you don't have Booster 2.0, you have Booster 0.8, which is the one where you can't control your direction. It's just a floaty jetpack. But yeah. So, let's see. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I guess I could go over the hiatus. I was gone for about a month. I wasn't on vacation. I was just doing other stuff. For those of you who don't know, I have hobby writing, and I'd like to think I'm relatively decent in the artistic field. So when I started the YouTube channel, all of that kind of took a back seat, and I felt bad about that. So I went back to it for that month, and didn't finish anything, but I made a substantial amount of progress that I'm pleased with. I'm back to the YouTube channel because the YouTube channel, and in return, giving love to the writings means the YouTube channel gets left out in the cold, and I don't want to do that. Because YouTube is ultimately what I think I'm more interested in. So I came back to doing YouTube stuff. Don't worry, the channel's gonna pick back up. I'm doing Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. There's this for Halloween. There's also gonna be a Halloween Terraria video. And as far as Super Mario RPG, there was a glitch in doing the ending. It took me like an hour to beat the last sequence, and when I finally did, which it was all one run, it just took that long to actually kill the final boss. And when I finally did kill him, the ending sequence where you get the star glitched out, and it froze like it did with the Axum Rangers and Johnny in the sunken ship. Problem is, normally I can fix those. This time around, there's no way to fix it. The emulator just straight up crashes. And there's no way around it, which really sucks. So I have to find footage online of the end sequence from Super Mario RPG and edit that into the end of the video, as well as commentate over it. So that's fun. But yeah. So that might be next week or the week after, not entirely sure. There's stuff going on at home. We're reworking some stuff with the house, and I'm also entering Rob Dyke's So You Want to Be a YouTuber competition with my own little entry, and I have to do all the recording and editing for that, so that's going to take a little bit. So I got a substantial amount of stuff to do, but luckily I'm knocking it out piece by piece. I'm still going to have to do some more recording for Aria of Sorrow sometime within the next couple of days, because I only have up to like episode 5 recorded, which sucks. But yeah, so I'm gonna take care of all that. With any luck, Super Mario RPG will be finished sometime soon. After that, I'm either gonna do Don't Starve for Saturday videos, or I might tackle another RPG, name to be disclosed at a later time when I'm sure which one I'm doing. Not entirely certain. Sorry if I seem a little... I'm super disappointed with the commentary, because it was really good. I was happy with the commentary, and then it's unusable, which is really shit. I'm very disappointed about that. And there's nothing I can do about it, because it's not like a certain point it stutters, like the video stutters substantially. It stutters throughout the entire recording, so the commentary just steadily gets more and more desynced as time goes on. And I even try to reset it 5 or 6 times throughout the video, and it does nothing. It's still desynced to hell. So I'm super salty about that. But Halloween playthrough was fun. Bloodstained Sanctuary, rage-inducing as it was, wasn't that bad this time around, and I did enjoy it to a certain degree. Wind Fortress was good. Again, basically in the category of Bloodstained Sanctuary. And I love all the Halloween costume changes. Balrog as Frankenstein. Curly as Samus. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. So many things. But, yeah, so there's the Bloodstained Sanctuary run, and, assuming this is still relatively in sync with the video, up next is, I believe, Wind Fortress? Yes, Wind Fortress should be next, then, if I left it in, Boss Time Attack, and then Machine Gun Challenge. Let me check. Yeah. Boss Attack, then Machine Gun Challenge. So, yeah, I will see you guys after the Machine Gun Challenge. So, stuff. Woo.